This is the handy capable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, and welcome to the handy capable Black Woman Throne Room. How are my beauties, my wonderfuls, my royalty? Okay, let's get that scorching hot, boiling petty tea. If you like it cold, just hold the ice. Hold the ICE. Oh, I wonder how they're doing at those airports. But yeah, this is a part three. It's a part three. And the thing is, the more I think about past relationships, the more that I understand why I really annoyed and frustrated and pissed a lot of men off. Because even though I think one reason because of my mom, I've dealt with so much trauma and so many times where they always expected me to react and get emotional and cry or get mad and upset. And then they told me, "What are you getting upset about?" And then threat like, oh. I think since I went through so much of that, that with some of these pathetic, like uncreative men and stuff, like the garbage and stupidity and the things that they were trying to convince me or force me in things. Cause yeah, with Lakaki, that. I wonder if he's stealing at his job still. He probably is, but maybe he's getting better at it. Yeah, because like the only thing he wasn't even good at lying. No, I'm trying to think, what was he ever good at? I know the Orange Man. I know our president. He's good at being a bigot, a racist, Hexeth too. Yeah, two bigots. Yeah. You know that there's that one saying. It's like two heads are better than one, and I mean, with bigots, is it the same philosophy? I wonder. I wonder, because yeah, they're really trying. But back to my standards episode. See, like, even though I'm off topic, I'm on to like, yeah, my channel's messy, but everything comes together in different ways. Which is why, you guys, if you haven't started with episode one, you have a lot of catching up to do. Okay, because yeah, uh, with my standards, when I said that I will never date a man on the right, a Republican, a MAGA, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So many of those men kept saying that I was racist. And they were so triggered. And see, like a lot of the men, just by my list of standards, like there was no insult. They're like a lot of them were so sensitive. Oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings because you won't date a man that doesn't have any type of higher education, and I don't have higher education, so you're eliminating me. You're being mean, even though I have nothing to offer you, and I would never be a good man to you. But hey, I still want to be given a chance to shut up. That's how a lot of these men also like, especially on Plenty of Fish, Meet Me, and Scout. Don't get me started on Hinge. Hinge, like one day I'm gonna do a story time of summarizing each date. Like I haven't been on all of them. Oh, but the stories I hear about Tinder. I've never been on Tinder, but oh my gosh. After my adventures, screenshotting and things from other, like sometimes I just kind of wonder how what would that be? What would that be? And Reddit, ooh, the Reddit Tinder stories, ooh. Like you got like with some of them, like sometimes when someone posts a new one, you gotta look at it immediately because like the art like the authorities or people, oh sometimes they gotta take those down because they're so juicy. But yeah. It's like I wait to screenshot something because yeah, maybe I shouldn't be that good of a girl and stuff. But yeah, it's like I don't want to post anything that goes against their rules. So yeah, but maybe I won't be that good. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, hey, they posted. But back to the bigots real quick. We have these Republican men who say that I'm racist because I won't date a Republican, MAGA, or like anyone on the right or whatever. They're the ones who say that I'm like anybody can be a Republican, but they call me racist because I won't date. They're telling on themselves. They have a lot of racist thoughts in their minds and heads, and they think everything's about them. They always want to be the main character, because that's another thing with dating. A lot of white men think, because I'm a white man, I'm owed a woman. Because I'm a white man, I should have pristine women. I should have first pick. I should have blah, blah, blah. But then the messages these men have, like, and see, this is why, yeah, you should follow my Patreon. Some of them are free, and the lowest is $2. I mean, come on now. I'm cheaper than the meal deals that you find at most fast food places. So I'm cheaper than a Starbucks coffee, basically. Come on now. But anyway, I've got the screenshots for days, baby. And oh my gosh, I have so many more. Dating nightmare and river of racism and catfish. I have so many catfish. So many river of racism. So many of all of those. But I'm going to be doing some crimes, like, well, no, I'm not going to be doing the crime, but I'm going to be posting stuff about different crimes and trying to see what evidence or different things that we, like, as a Patreon group, we can look up and research and see because I'm a nerd and I write like mysteries and stuff like that. So I thought that would be really interesting to do. And so I'll be posting different, like, solved crimes, but unusual crimes and things like that. So anyway. But back to the bigots. I've talked about how people mirror who they watch and see, or their mentors and things like that. And it's really crazy with a lot of these goons who wrote me having the nerve to say, oh, well, you're just being mean. Oh, you're just trying to downgrade. Oh, you're just trying to do, like, over standards. It's called get over yourself. You're not the main character. It's like my list doesn't have to include you. It's my life and I want to be happy with who I'm dating. But a lot of these men don't understand. See, that that's going to get back into part 3. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy with the orange man is showing his racist, bigoted, nonsense, unethical, war crime self. But for years, these MAGA people, these Republican people, all the guys on the right kept putting me down, bullying me, torturing me, and stuff like that. But now look, they're mirroring him. It's like a lot of them, they don't care about what's happening. They like what's happening. They're applauding what's happening. A lot of them are still going to come back and call me the R word, the N word, the P word, the C, like every word in the book that you can call me. Like they've been doing, even the slave, huh? Like the Jim Crow slave N word, yeah. Because they have no problem with what's going on right now. They don't want them impeached because they love it. There's one of the examples I posted in several episodes. I might post some examples on this episode. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, he says that he doesn't like the orange man because he's not fascist enough. We've got a lot of goons out here that think that. There's so many racist, bigoted people out here, and they're applauding him. When the orange man said, like, stand down and all this other stuff, yeah, it's like when asked the question about are you against? No, he's not. He likes them. He likes the racists. He likes the white supremacist groups. In my opinion, of course. In my opinion, of course. But look at who were locked up. A lot of the January 6 people who were locked up, and look at a lot of the crimes and a lot of the things, and a lot of them were in those groups. And now he's refusing to promote, like, black and women Yeah, because remember, he's a sexist too. I mean, like, look how he treats women. Look how he treats girls. Don't forget the Epstein files. Supposedly. Supposedly, I'm still waiting for those other million files, right? Yeah. But don't forget the files. So, a lot of these men out here who voted for this, they voted for this. They can't say they didn't vote for this. This is exactly what they voted for. Because a lot of them, it's like a lot of them have some bigotry, some racism, some sexism. A lot of them want the patriarchy and they want more power and they want women to go back to the kitchen and just be their help maid and their bedroom help, and some of them need a lot anyway, but it's just these men want to drive women crazy. They want to insult and put down, and a lot of them want them in, they want their girlfriends or wives just at the house. So then nobody can see them driving them crazy. They don't want to see the result. They don't want to see, they just, because I've witnessed this. I've witnessed men. First they say, oh, she talks too much. She's crazy. She won't blah, 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 blah. But then I meet the woman, or sometimes, especially when I babysit, and I witness the stupid things the man does that then drives her crazy. I witness what got her to that point. And then I'm just like, you're not telling the truth. And see, when a lot of men talk about why they're getting a divorce, why they're breaking up, some women too. Some women too, right, Rebecca? But yeah, a lot of people, they don't tell the truth about their breakups. They don't tell, like, and see, and this is why I've been telling the truth. I've been spilling all my tea. I admit I'm not perfect. I'm stubborn. I'm bullheaded. After all the trauma that I've been through, and that's one reason why a lot of men hate me, because I don't deal with that crap. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. It's like even Lakaki, who forced me into the relationship. Oh, he couldn't stand because he thought that he was going to lower me. He told me this several times, especially when he was under the influence. That stupid idiot. But he told me that he was doing anything and everything he could to stop me from getting my second master's. He said he was doing anything and everything he could to stop me from working promotions and trying to level up so I can find a career job at a marketing agency. Yeah. He was doing anything and everything he could to make me think I was less than. But then his grandmother passed away. That was my time to run to safety, to abandon ship. Because he kept wanting reactions out of me. And he kept wanting me, because he even wanted stereotypical reactions out of me, because some of his white friends or whatever, or even they were like, or his brother's black friend or whatever, I remember they were just like, huh, she doesn't act like other black women. Yeah, these idiots would say things like that. But then, okay, I'm gonna hop off that one, because you know what? I'm gonna tell a longer story with that one. That'll be a story time. But yeah, this is the nonsense that I've dealt with. And so many men, they do things because they want to anger the woman. They want to upset. Like, for some reason, men are entertained by women's emotions. When a lot of men say, oh, women are too emotional, maybe because of the stupid nonsense you do. Yeah. It's like in even my pastor saying, "Oh yeah, women, you're not supposed to argue with the man. Just let him do." Like maybe that's why so many women are getting divorced because men keep choosing and doing stupid things, and the only way to not end up in an argument and frustrated is to leave his no good butt. Yeah, people get upset when women file for divorce, but they never think about the stupid things the husbands do. They never think about that. Sometimes it's the woman, but sometimes it's the woman, but I know it wasn't me because last year I had 6 to 8. Like it was 8, like kind of more, but like there was 8 that really tried for a second chance. They wanted me to give them a second chance to go out to lunch or to dinner or to take me to like a movie or theater. Like they want to take me somewhere and treat me like a princess. And some of them, like, because at first they said I wasn't good enough because of my walk, but yeah, a couple of them found my channel because they were so desperate to contact me. They hunted me down to the point where they started listening and they found out I have a disability. So some of them now feel bad because they're like, yeah, I did treat you like garbage. I did devalue you. I did make you feel really worthless because I thought that if I made you feel worthless, that would make you want to be with me because then you wouldn't find anyone else because of your walking. I kind of think that's why Mr. No Heart thought that I would never leave him because my walking was getting worse. So he thought I was just going to be stuck with him. But even though he knew I wanted children, but he told me his children were a mistake, and if I tried to adopt or foster, he would break up with me. Yeah, and yeah, but then men get mad when women break up with them. Men get upset when women leave them. Men get upset when women get quiet and they get unbothered. See, that's the result of getting unbothered. When men keep trying to aggravate and upset and get you emotional and do all of the things to frustrate you because they love some of these men, these immature, no good scoundrels, they enjoy it. Okay, but I have to finish the video game example that I stopped at part 2. Yeah, because yeah, it's a great example. And I just remember I kind of looked up at him. I'm like, no, I'm not. He stopped. Oh, he paused. Like he hardly ever paused at his video games. He paused that video game. He looked at me and he was like, yes, you are. And I'm like, see, you, this is where your stupid, no good Republican family crap comes from. Because yeah, you say you're Democrat, but then you keep doing Republican. Like, we're not like we're never get like you say we're never getting married, and I told you to promise that. Especially like yeah, after year 4 or 5, I told him to promise he would like yeah, because I was never gonna marry him. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to get to part 3, but I just think like he was trying to get an emotion out of me, a reaction out of me, and I still don't know why. And for some reason, he was trying to tell me I was going to go up north when he knew I wasn't. Because at my mother's funeral, the reason he didn't want to go because he said he was going to be the only white man. Yeah, but now he's telling me I have to go up north and live in Lake City. Like, you want me to be just about the only black person? So it's okay if I'm the only black person that lives in your city or your parents' city or whatever. But you can't be at a funeral for a couple hours and possibly because he wasn't going to be the only white guy either. That was just his stupid excuse because he didn't want to go. Yeah. Yeah, he never wanted to meet my parents. Even the time he had a chance, like before, like 2 months before my surgery, He came by to drop off the money he owed me. Go back and watch that episode. But because he was trying not to pay me back too. But anyway, my dad was right there, like 10, 20 feet away. And I was like, oh, do you want to meet my dad? And my dad was about to turn around, and he was like, no, no, mm-mm. This no good, stupid, idiotic goon. Like, I've dated some terrible men. But my mom said, no one's going to love you unless, like, as long as you walk like that, no one's ever going to want you, love you, or marry you. So I ended up dating men who, yeah, they, yeah, but they didn't realize all of the trauma, all of the hurt, all of the pain that I went through got me stronger to the point where, oh, you're telling me I'm gonna move? Like, no, I'm not. I was unbothered. Oh, so now you're not gonna pay me back, and now your ex is calling me the N word, and now you're like saying you're not gonna pay me back. Like, I think he was trying to get me to drive to, like, cause she was like, oh, you can drive to the grandfather's house to get those shoes. You mean the shoes those nasty women? Like, okay, I'm a girl's girl, but at the same time, yeah, they knew that he was cheating on me. Like, so, yeah, those no good, nasty girls put those shoes on and recorded cheating on me with the shoes. Yeah, no, I'm good. Go catch up and watch that episode. Yeah, and then on Valentine's Day, Lakaki brought the woman to the house, introduced me to one of the women that he cheated on me with. Literally introduced me. Yeah. When I saw like, go back and watch that episode, these men try to get a reaction. These men want to get you heated because they love it. Because even with Mr., like with Tomas, like when I went to that house or I went to the apartment to knock on his door just so I can get answers, he kept triggering her to the point where one of them slapped each other. I still don't know to this day who slapped who, but then there was a tussle. They were like fighting, and then next thing I know, I think they had bow chicka wow wow. But it's like he kept triggering, like, because I was outside writing a note, and he kept antagonizing her, kept putting her down and everything, and then they kept yelling and screaming, and I'm like, this is the relationship you want? But so many men, I found out so many men want exactly that. They want the woman to, because they want to go back to their friends and say, oh, yeah, it's like, yeah, my woman, yeah, all she does is antagonize me. All she does, like, shut up. Just, you're stupid. Like, these men are not that smart. But then women, women, ladies, we got to stop dealing with them. I wonder how men ended up like this, though. Because did there, like, since I don't have a brother, well, let's just say life is complicated. Okay, but okay, I never had a brother at the house, but I wonder, do so many families just treat the son so differently to the point where, or do the children watch generation after generation the fathers treat the women so poorly that they just think this is normal? They just think, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. This is my entertainment. Oh, I'm supposed to frustrate her. Oh, I'm not supposed to love my wife. I'm supposed to find a wife that will do everything that I want, and that will keep the house clean, and that will have my babies. So she can't be too ugly. She's got to be good enough to have cute babies, but someone I have to, she'll jump when I say jump. And I know she won't leave me, so I can cheat on her. And I can do as I say, but I'm not going to do as because that's not how I want to do it. But she has to do what I say. Because it's my rules. And don't get me started with the Christian. I'd even. Anyway, that's one reason why, yeah, when it comes to marriage, like, nah, I don't. I need to, like, yeah, no, 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 thank you. But so many of the relationships that I've been in where, like, and even the dating apps, talking to a lot of these men, a lot of the guys, they just want to anger a woman, and especially the Republican men, they were so insulted. Oh, and that reminds me, yeah, with my Patreon, I started typing out in AI some of the messages that I get, and I ask about it in a therapy and psychology perspective, like it for it to break it down. And sometimes, like, the things that it come, like, it's just astounding, because I have an anthropology minor, but I didn't like study like the psychology part. I did more of cultural and business anthropology with my focus. And so, like, from the cultural aspect, I see patterns, but now looking at it from a therapy perspective is just amazing. And so I'm going to do a lot more of that. But it's just crazy with how many exes like tried to trigger me throughout my life. But then I realized that one reason why they broke up with me, but then they tried to get back with me, was because I didn't perform, I didn't react, I didn't get emotional the way they wanted me to. I just broke up with them, or I left them alone, or I ignored them, or I blocked them, or I did anything and everything that I could in order for me to live my life. It wasn't peaceful. It wasn't great or amazing because of all of the trauma and the suffering and the undiagnosed, because of these no good, stupid, idiotic doctors that I was going through, that just ruined my life throughout my family and things like, and jobs and almost everything else in my life. So part of me just felt like I'm not going to deal with a no good, idiotic, stupid, arrogant, just dehumanizing man when I'm already going through crap in my life. And when men would tell me, oh, you can start a business. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm so proud. You're going to start your master's. Oh, no, I'm going to make sure you fail it or drop out. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're writing books and story. Like, oh, yeah, well, I'm just going to, like, oh, yeah, I never even told you about how one of the guys, he literally went in my purse while, like, yeah, one of his kids asked for something to play. I think it was to play with Legos. So I went to play with Legos, and this guy was so triggered or jealous. I have no idea, but yeah, he stole my notebook of some of my writing. And because later on he admitted that he stole it because he said he didn't want me to be an author. He didn't want me to succeed. A lot of these men don't want you to succeed. The reason why they're making you suffer, the reason why they're making you so upset, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to live a happy life. They want to be everything you think about. Because if they can make you jealous, if they can make you question them, if they can make you do all of those things, you're always going to check up on him. You're always going to text him. You're always going to call him. You're always going to be around him. That's exactly how a lot of these men want. And that's why they trigger you, because they want you to always think about him. He wants to be your whole world. He wants to be your everything. He doesn't want you to have anything else but him. That's in my opinion, but thank you for listening to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.